Hey, it's Mari, and I'm here today with the Felicity Jane layout. And I think this is the next stop kit that I'm using, and it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And there were a couple of black and white pattern papers in this kit that I just really wanted to use as a frame. And so I decided to take this white cardstock and size it down and adhere that to this black and white pattern paper. And I gutted it so that I could use that middle part in some of the other parts of the layout. So I took this picture of Bailey, which I have printed in black and white. This is part of the layouts I'm doing for her grad. Still working on those grad photos. And I was going to, and I was thinking about doing this whole layout in just black and white because there was some amazing pieces to this kit that would really allow for that, including the amazing chipboard thickers with this kit. But I decided to add a little bit of pink. So you can see that one of the layers on the photo mat is pink. And then I've taken that black and white pattern paper that I've used as a frame, and I've also used it for a mat. Now, this is actually one of the branding strips or manufacturer strips on the bottom of one of the papers. And I really loved the sentiment on here, which is live for the journey, not the destination. And that was really perfect for this layout. It's also perfect for a travel themed layout, but it also really, really works for this layout of Bailey for her grad. Now I took that really gorgeous pattern paper, that floral paper, and I fussy cut some of these gorgeous coral colored flowers. And I actually end up not using the big ones on here because I just felt like they were too overwhelming. And I think you can probably see that when you're looking at this. You can see that it's a lot. That's a lot of floral up there going on. And especially when I'm going to be creating a lot of journaling for this layout, I decided that it was going to be too much. So I changed that up. I used some smaller floral pieces for that top. Now, the inspiration for the title for this layout is actually the journaling that I do here. And this whole journaling section that I created just on my computer is about how this day of Bailey's grad is the culmination of many, many, many things, right? And so I'm journaling about that, just about all of the things that got her to this day, really. And I love that. I really, really enjoyed doing this journaling for this layout. And I wanted it to be a big focal part of the layout. So in the journaling, I repeat the words this day throughout and just talk about all of the things that led up to this day. And so the title, This Day, I think is perfect for the layout. And I love these chipboard alphas. I tell you, I could have a million packs of them. They are so stunning and gorgeous. And I love using black on my layouts. And these are just perfect. I wish I had more of them. But anyways, I'm pretty sure they're sold out on the Felicity Jane website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that title kind of in the bottom third of the layout, or maybe a little bit higher than that. And then I'm going to just use some of the other little bits and pieces around the layout. So now this is actually kind of funny. I'm trying to figure out where the center of the paper is vertically. So yeah, this is not a strong suit of mine, measuring. My husband's a carpenter. I probably should have had him figure this out for me. It would have taken a lot less time, but I don't know why I struggle so much with this, but I actually do. So you'll see me kind of messing around with that T-square, trying to figure out where the center of this is, because this is a really linear layout and I wanted to make sure that I had the center point of that white paper figured out so that I could get the photograph in the center and so on. So anyways, eventually I think I kind of get it. I don't here, you can see that it is not in the center. And I'm going to give myself a thumbs down here real quick because I probably could have just eyeballed this and done a better job of it. So I'm going to struggle with that for a bit. I really love this picture of Bailey though. We did a whole bunch of photos. I just took them myself with my DSLR camera, just on the campus where she went to university. And I really like this one of her in front of the Health Science Building sign. And the campus in Saskatoon is a really old campus, and a lot of the buildings are the really that beautiful stone look. And I know it's a certain kind of stone. I can't remember, is it limestone maybe? I don't know if that's right or wrong, but the health science. And so whenever they build a new building, unless it's meant to be, something architecturally different, they try to replicate that old look, that old world look. And they recently added on to the health sciences building, or I guess it's actually the old medicine building. And it's really beautiful. It's a really nice building. And so we took her over there and we did a bunch of photographs, and that's where this one was taken. So I like how it turned out. I like that she's got her arms up like that. I think it's kind of cute. So I wanted to make sure that this photograph made it into the collection of layouts for her grad. So yeah, still not in the middle. I'm just not impressed with my measuring skills here at all. So I think I just decided to go with it. I don't think it's really quite in the center yet. But anyways, I just took one of those larger doilies and I just kind of cut out some of the little lacy pieces. The whole doily was too large to put behind there, and I didn't like it anyways. When I tried that, it was too much. So I just took about 3 or 4 bumps off one each side of the scallop doily, and I put it on either side. I just like how it just adds some really delicate texture to the layout. Now, these are the little bits of the floral that I added. I was telling you, I decided to just take little pieces, and I just went onto that floral paper, and I just took little pieces, little parts of the floral, and fussy cut that out because I just liked how it was more delicate and just not quite as overbearing for this layout as those larger flowers. And I just think this actually looks better when you get the whole composition of the layout put together. So there's that really great sentiment there that I really liked. And I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to just kind of continue to create the rest of the layout. Not kind of, actually. I'm actually going to create the rest of the layout. I'm not going to leave you hanging, honestly. So I'm just going to trim that up a little bit because it was a little bit long, and I didn't want it to go over top of that black and white paper in that frame. Now, this is just one of the little cut aparts. It says remember, and I just like how it emphasizes that, live for the journey, not the destination, and also the idea of this day. And so I just took that and I popped it up a little bit. I love how that little cut apart brings that coral into the center. And then you can see that I've matted the journaling at the bottom onto the pink paper and then onto that black and white pattern paper as well, just to continue that from the top. And I am going to stick that down, no measuring this time. I don't think it's perfectly centered, but at this point, I don't think I really cared. And I am going to just take a chunk of that doily again and put it onto each of those different ends there, just to create that really nice lacy texture there. Again, on each end, just to duplicate that element from the top. And then I'm also going to duplicate the floral elements from the top at the bottom, just by taking some more of those little fussy cut pieces. And I'm just going to bend them up a little bit just to create a little bit of extra dimension so that they're not so flat. And I'm just going to try to pop them up a little bit in that way. Now, I just felt like this layout was a little bit flat, and I just wanted to create a little more dimension with the layout just by creating a little bit of an edge to the different paper. So you just see me go around and pop up the edges. I wanted to add more dimension by adding that flare button on here, which is perfect. It's got that really pretty little flower on it. And once again, just emphasizing how wonderful these kits are, and everything just works so beautifully together with them. Now I'm going to take these amazing chipboard alphas and stick them down. They lost a little bit of their adhesive on that wax paper, so I'm just going to add a little bit of the liquid glue on there and stick those down. Sometimes I do this off camera because I feel like it's kind of boring watching someone stick alphas down, right? But anyway, I decided to leave it in. So I'm going to just use my T-square there just to make sure that those alphas line up all the way across. And yep, no measuring involved here, just keeping things straight. So I think this goes much better than the measuring part. And when we were on our vacation, my son was the one reading the map. I can't read maps either, by the way, like measuring and reading maps. I feel like that's all spatial related stuff. And I don't know, apparently it's not a skill that I have, but he managed to navigate us through the city of Paris. We did not get lost once, and he was amazing. And who knows, we might still be there if I was trying to read the map. We may be lost in Paris forever. It's a pretty good chance. So there's my title. I really like that. And I end up doing some splatters on the layout in black, just using some black India ink. And then I decided to add a little bit of gold around the black as well, just because I don't know, I can't seem to leave a layout without a little bit of gold. So here I'm just taking and distressing the edges of the papers a little bit just to give them some lift. And I am going to be almost done here. So there are some still shots at the end. I'm just showing you that I added some photo corners on that photo just to give it a little bit of extra interest there. And that I think is going to be it. So amazing kit. I absolutely love my Felicity Jane kits. They're so much fun to work with, and they just are beautiful and so lovely. And that is my layout for today. So thanks so much for joining me. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and your week. And I will catch you another time. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel and for giving me thumbs up or leaving a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. And I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.